Hello, everybody. We are very excited to have Dorte Bredgaard with us. We interviewed her a while back for our summit, and we decided that we should do this together because this knowledge that Dorte has needs to be spread out into the world so people can take more responsibility for their own health and especially their dental health. The knowledge that Dorte has is quite unique, and she has a very long background as a dentist. She comes out of a family of dentists, became one herself,
and loved it.
And loved it for many years. But then something happened. And what was it that happened, Dorte?
Yes, you're right. In the beginning, I loved it. I loved the interaction with the patients, and I loved that I could help them. You know, I helped them with their dental issues. And in fact, from the beginning, when I had patients and I looked into their mouth, I was sometimes wondering why some patients, they had only had decay in their right side or their left side or the upper mouth or the lower mouth, and that frustrated me. Why could that happen? And I would like to show you what I saw and what I...
Please do.
Yes,
it's
please.
very, very exciting.
So if you see this woman, she has decay in her front teeth. And I mean, wouldn't it be easy to brush your front teeth?
Yeah, that should be the easiest place to reach. That's what I think most people start when we brush our teeth.
Exactly. Yeah. And this man, you see, he in his right side, he has this small, very, very old fillings. Mm-hmm. I think it's about 40 years old or something like that. Very small, very old fillings. But if you look at his left side, he has larger fillings, and these are new fillings or newer fillings because he had decay all the time.
Yeah.
And it didn't stop. Every time I made a filling, then he would just develop more cavity.
Okay.
And why would it be so easy for him to brush his right side and not his left side?
Yeah.
And as a dentist, you'd say, well, it's because he's left-handed, because it's easier to brush in the opposite side.
Right.
He should be left-handed, but he wasn't. So science, with a scientific background, how could I explain this? I couldn't.
Yeah.
And this man, you see, he has all the amalgam fillings. But this tooth, what do you think that he actually just brushed this one?
Yeah. So we're told that when we eat sugars, then the bacteria in the mouth excrete acid that break down the teeth. So would that bacteria just select individual teeth? That makes absolutely no sense that one tooth should be left out there. We're told, like, if you get caries in one tooth, then the nearby teeth will be affected. Like the pattern we see in the other side of this, like it looks like it's spread, but here it hasn't. It skipped a tooth.
Yes, but it doesn't spread. Okay. And I have more photos to come. You see, this woman, she has some teeth pulled out because they were not good anymore. Mm-hmm. And this woman, you can see, she has gold crowns. You see, it's easy to see. These teeth were so broken down that she had to have crowns, gold crowns.
Yeah.
But in the back, the one that should be hardest to brush, this is completely healthy.
Yeah.
How does this make sense?
And there's been no work on that tooth at the back?
No. no work at all.
Okay.
Okay,
No
interesting.
work at all. And this one, this is a very small filling.
Yeah,
And the opposite side also just a small filling.
yeah.
These were really drilled out.
So fascinating. Yeah.
And,
Can we
and
move on to the next one you just
yes,
showed?
this is my favorite.
Yeah. Because this makes absolutely no sense to me. Like,
No.
how can two teeth be completely broken down? Again, we're told that when you have a tooth that is being so-called attacked by caries, that it will spread to the surrounding teeth. And here it's two teeth opposite each other, completely broken down, but the teeth next to them completely unaffected.
Completely
That makes
healthy.
no sense.
No sense at all. And these are the number 6. These are the teeth that we get when we are 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And they are almost always the most affected teeth.
Okay.
I've seen a number of times people with very perfect teeth, but the number 6 was with decay or a filling. And when you're a dentist, you say, well, that's because that were the first teeth to come.
Yeah.
That was when you were 6 years old and you were not good at brushing.
Mm-hmm.
But even so, it doesn't make sense.
No.
And I have also shown you this a small cavity here and here. It's easy to see, I think. Is it?
Yeah.
Yes. And why can this happen? If it's brushing that's making the difference, this doesn't make any sense at all.
So what is your theory?
Yes, what happened for me was that I was wondering, right? I was just wondering, and we also have this sugar theory, that and I had a patient. She came to me and she had new cavities all the time, and one day she asked me, why do I get cavities? And I asked her the only question I could ask as a dentist: how much sugar do you eat or drink? Yeah. And she said, well, I dislike the taste. I don't like sweet things at all. And I believed her. Why would she lie? Why would she lie to me? So I was, well, I don't know. And I had also always wondered why, as children, me and my brother, we ate. I ate more sugar than he did. I liked the sweet things more than he did, but he got more cavities than me. Yeah. But what happened was I was wondering, and then when I was 35 years old, and I'll show you now my teeth. You can see I have absolutely very good teeth. Been a dentist for 10 years, and suddenly I had two new cavities. And I knew that I hadn't changed my brushing habits nor my sugar habits.
Right.
So at that point, I knew that I had to find another explanation. This drove me. And I was wondering and thinking, and it was very hard for me to find the right answer. But then as things happen, I had a new friend. He was a very wise man, astrologist, and he told me that when you have bad teeth, it's because you bite your tongue instead of back. And when he said that, everything fell into place for me. Like, well, when I had my cavities when I was 35, I was in a marriage that was ended. But in my family, you don't get a divorce. That's shameful to be divorced. So, I had really bit my tongue instead of biting back. And this was my new theory.
Yeah.
And I have always talked a lot with my patients, and now I had a direction for my conversation.
Right.
So you started asking them what was going on in their lives?
Yes, I don't remember exactly how it happened. You know, I was it's a very long time ago, and I have a very good intuition. So this combination of talking with my patients and my intuition, it gave me a new system. I developed a new system.
Right.
So I what I discovered was that, you know, words are energy. And if you're very angry, you know, when I was still married and when I got my cavities, when I was married, I was sometimes very, very angry with my husband, and I didn't tell him because I don't know why I didn't allow myself, or I didn't have the language for it, or I was just really, really mad. And can you imagine all the words that didn't come out of my mouth?
Mm-hmm.
It's a huge energy. And if this energy doesn't come out in a constructive way, then it will go inwards. The energy will be used for destruction instead.
Yeah.
And if you have to tear down a building, a house or a large building, then you have to use a lot of energy or dynamite, big machinery. And when you break down a tooth or the jawbone, it also takes a lot of energy,
Mm-hmm.
and you are providing it.
Yes. Well, it
Wow.
makes a lot of sense to me as a body therapist, because that's the way I've been working on people's bodies. But we seem to take teeth out of the equation. Like even in the so-called alternative health world, it's like everything is under your own power. But if you have a problem with your teeth, then you need to go see a dentist.
Yeah.
And you are showing, well,
yeah. And it's amazing to have a real dentist to suddenly wake up to this and say, I don't have an answer. And that's your whole profession, to have that answer. Why is something happening to my teeth? And you're like, I don't know. And then ask yourself, so what is? I need to find the answer because I want to help my patients.
Yes.
Instead of just, you know, continue working and earn your money. And,
yes. Yeah. Yes, that has always been my drive to help my patients.
Yeah.
So what about what about bacteria and sugar? Like, what is there? Like, is there any truth to it being bacteria and sugar related, or what do we do? Like,
yes, we everybody knows that it's the sugar, right? Yeah. But actually, there's no evidence showing. Okay. Yes, rats in the laboratory, they make this test and they can see correlation. But if you ask a number of people and you see how much sugar do you eat or drink, and then they look at how much decay do they have, they find no evidence at all, no correlation at all.
Okay.
And then the scientists, they should have said, well, sorry, it's not the sugar.
Yeah.
But instead they say, well, we know it's still the sugar.
Yeah.
How about, now this is probably very controversial, how about toothbrushing? Like, we're told we need to brush our teeth twice a day with fluoride toothpaste.
And the dental floss.
Yeah.
Yes. But you bacteria are so small, you can never ever remove them. Even if you brush an hour a day, or you never, it's impossible. And it's never the bacteria, It's never the bacteria.
Okay.
Never ever, because what are bacteria? Why are they here? They're here because they have a job.
Yeah.
And their job is to break down dead or dying tissue.
Oh.
End of story. That is their job, and they are highly specialized.
So the bacteria shows up because the tooth is already dying, because it's not getting the micronutrients and everything else, because there's a blockage.
Yes.
It's not the bacteria causing it, it's the bacteria.
So it's like when the ambulance come to help people.
You can say the ambulance is causing it.
You try to remove all the doctors. That's okay. Yeah.
Bacteria are always secondary, and bacteria are always accessible. Where do you come from? Where do they come from? Where, if you have some fruit lying around and you didn't eat it in time and it's too ripe, then suddenly you see these small fruit flies flying around.
Yeah.
You can ask yourself, where did they come from? They came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So do bacteria.
Yeah.
And you know, in nature, everything is in balance. And if you have bacteria, it's still a balance. Maybe it's a different balance. But what I want to show you, we have decided to make this online course.
Mm-hmm.
And what I want to show you in this is how are teeth built, and teeth are alive. And there's so many things I want to share with you.
Yeah. Come on, let's do it.
Yeah.
So we could invite people to join our online course.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be great.
If you want to know about how the teeth works and how you can help yourself and your family, this course is it.
Yeah.
Finally, you can get some answers.
Yeah, and finally you actually can take your power back and not have it be someone else who has the power over your own health.
Who doesn't have the answer?
Yeah.
Dentist, please tell me why. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's pull this through that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's also very interesting. You're talking about what you were trained as a dentist to like when you look somebody in the mouth. You told us at one point that you were trained to look for money. Basically, you're digging for gold in somebody else's very private area.
Yes.
And we want for people to be able to like keep their teeth and not have somebody who has another interest in your oral health.
Yes, that is my goal in life. I want to teach everybody to not be dependent on the dentist.
Yeah.
I want to teach everybody to have this power, to have this knowledge, to have this wisdom about their teeth.
Yeah.
So they don't need to have anything fixed.
Let's do it.
Let's do
we'll do it. Yes. See you in the online.
See you in the online course.